10 rules of the road where hopefully you could be successful in your KM initiatives, even though part of the talk, looks at KM technologies. That's really just a small piece of KM, as you know. It's really the process, the people, the cultural parts. And so let me very quickly give you my 10 rules of the road in order to help ensure KM success. Um, the first is, make sure you have a senior champion and align your KM strategy with your organizational strategy goals and objectives. And if you don't do this, you might end up like this car in a crash. Second, make sure you develop a well-designed KM implementation plan, looking at people and culture and process and technology. From the research, there are two main reasons why KM efforts fail. The first is misalignment of the KM strategy with the organization's strategic mission and goals. And the second is, just having a poorly developed KM implementation plan. Third, develop a formal knowledge retention strategy. Start from day one of the employee's lifespan with the organization. And again, actually, I've been doing some work with the U.S. Navy over the past 2 summers, looking at knowledge retention and developing appropriate SOPs. And again, we have to start early in the process of an employee's tenure with the organization. Otherwise, a lot of that might be lost. Fourth, maybe incorporate KM as part of one of your existing strategies, so it's not a standalone effort. And many organizations have done this, whether under the HR side or workforce development or strategic planning or quality management. Fifth, try to be very thoughtful in your approach. Of course, I'm an academic, but we try to be very conservative and applying appropriate methods to ensure that we're getting the best outcomes. 6, align your KM approaches to fit your organizational culture. So again, make sure you have that proper alignment. You want to celebrate the successes and bring in the bittersweet stories. And you want to also think about having the right metrics. There are system output and outcome measures. You really want outcome measures. As a professor, I'm not so interested in teaching outcomes. I want to know about student learning outcomes. And 9th, don't force fit the technology. Again, if you only know a hammer as your only tool, then every problem looks like a nail. So, make sure you don't force fit technology to your problem. And then lastly, for me, KM is just one part of your strategic intelligence.